My mom told me to leave my son's ICU bed to blow up balloons for my golden child sister. I canceled her life. I'm Sarah, 34, a logistics manager who solves million-dollar problems for a living. My son, Noah, was T-boned by a drunk driver 3 nights ago. He was currently sedated, a web of tubes keeping his lungs inflating. The rhythmic whoosh click of the ventilator was the only thing keeping me sane. At 7 a.m., my phone buzzed. It was Mom. The florist is late. You need to drive to the wholesale market and pick up the hydrangeas for Tiffany's engagement party. I stared at the phone, blinking against the harsh fluorescent lights. Mom, Noah is in critical condition. I'm not leaving this room. He's asleep. Sarah, Tiffany only gets engaged once. You promised to handle the coordination. You're being selfish. Selfish? My son is fighting to breathe. If you don't help, you're cut off. She snapped. We're done with you. Don't expect a plate at Thanksgiving. I looked through the glass at Noah's chest, rising like it was doing the hardest work on earth. I'm already cut off, I whispered. And so are you. I hung up. Then I blocked her. My hands shook, but my spine didn't. This wasn't new. In my family, love was a transaction, and I was the only one making deposits. My sister Tiffany was 29 and permanently in a transitional phase. My parents backed her lifestyle like she was a venture capital investment. I was the diversified portfolio that kept them solvent. That morning, Noah stirred. Mom? His voice was a jagged rasp. I leaned in, masking the terror. I'm here, buddy. Just breathe. Is Grandma coming? Grandma is. Handled. You focus on healing. At noon, I opened the family group chat. Tiffany posted, where are the flowers? The guests arrive at 4. Dad added, Sarah, stop the drama. Do your job. That's when the real bombshell dropped. My phone chimed with a notification from my bank. Transaction attempt, $4,500. Lux Catering. Tiffany was trying to pay the caterer with the emergency card I gave Dad for medical necessities. I didn't just decline it. I reported the card stolen. Then I opened the family plan. I suspended Dad's line. I suspended Tiffany's line. I logged into the utility portal for their condo, the one I owned, and removed my auto-pay details. I systematically dismantled the infrastructure of their lives from a plastic chair in the ICU. At 3 p.m., Mom marched into the PICU waiting room. She wasn't holding flowers for Noah. She was holding her deactivated iPhone. What did you do? She shrieked, heads turning in the quiet hallway. The caterer is threatening to leave. The card declined. Lower your voice, I said, standing up. My legs felt heavy, but my glare was lighter fluid. Fix this, Sarah. Tiffany is crying. How could you ruin her day? My son is in a coma, and you're worried about appetizers? He's stable. She waved a hand dismissively at the double doors. You're doing this to be spiteful because you're jealous of your sister's happiness. Heat climbed my neck and my vision blurred. Jealous? I pay for her car. I pay for your condo. I pay for the very phone you're holding. That is family money, she yelled, pointing a manicured finger at my chest. You owe us. A nurse stepped out, looking furious. Ma'am, you need to leave. This is a critical care unit. I'm not leaving until she unlocks my card. I stepped into her personal space. The card is cancelled. The mortgage autopay is cancelled. The party is over. You wouldn't dare, she hissed. We're your parents. And he is my son, I said. Get out. If you come back without an apology, I'm selling the condo. She stormed out, threatening legal action for money she never earned. I went back to Noah's bedside and counted his breaths until mine matched his. The next day, Dad started telling relatives I stole their retirement funds. People who hadn't checked on my kids suddenly had opinions about my character. Then Tiffany tried the only move she had left, my streaming passwords. I got an email, new sign and attempt. I clicked deny and sign out of all devices. I let the shame die on the line. When Noah came home a week later, he squinted at the sunlight like it was brand new. I set his walker by the couch and promised myself this house would stay safe. A month later, Dad tried again. We miss Noah. Let's talk about the condo fees. We can talk with rules. I texted. No money talk. No insults. And you apologized to Noah for not visiting once. We were busy cleaning up your mess, he replied. Then figure out the fees yourself. I blocked him again. On the drive to physical therapy, Noah held a little stuffed bear and said, you didn't let them make you sad, Mom. I didn't. I told him. We can love people from a safe distance when they refuse to be safe up close. So, yeah. Mom said I was cut off. The truth is, I finally cut the cord that was strangling my kid and me. What would you have done?